Elements.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We're matching.
All the purple. But that being said,
Yes.
this bad boy.
What we are here to discuss today.
What a ride.
I loved it. I loved it. So, should we do non-spoilery first? So, if anybody wants to watch it and see if they want to read it, and then we can do a spoilery.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so we'll start out. Well, let's start out. What were your thoughts?
It was darker than I thought it was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
being the age that it like the age of the characters. Honestly though, I was pleasantly surprised by it because I don't generally like younger romances, like college age or like high school is not normally my thing. But damn was I pleasantly surprised and blown away.
And what'd you rate it?
Oh, a 5. Easy 5.
So
you?
I had a feeling that I would really like it. I had heard a lot of good things about it, so that's why I got the special not guy face one. Though the guy face one isn't that bad. Like that dude on there, like actually looks like how he's described in the book. Like I think they did a really good job picking him. Yeah, I kind of wish that you got to see like more of her art because she's the main female character. She's an artist, but you don't really like you see her do like what 2.5 paintings maybe, and like that's it. But overall, I gave it a 5. Also, I loved it. It was such a crazy like experience and stuff. It was great.
These people were just so unhinged. Like every single character had something ridiculous going on with them.
Yes, which I think will make the rest of the the rest of the series go pretty off the wall as well, which is I love it. I'm very excited.
I wish, like you said, with the art, I wish we would have seen a little bit more of it. But like, I guess it's also kind of hard, like in a book.
I don't know. So like I don't know how your book is, but like mine has like full page chapter headers for like each of the
mine have the same
characters.
thing.
So like I think that they could have added in like random pages. Like even so like mine doesn't have those the blank page and then the page. So like even yours would be easier to add like an art into.
Well, that was just because it was chapter 1, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The rest don't.
I was looking in like the middle of the book. But like, I don't know, I think
the rest of mine just like continue.
I wish that I had started annotating mine from the beginning because now I'm gonna have to go back at some point in time and reread it. I know.
Look at all of these.
I when the page you flipped, you had like highlights and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah. But yeah, definitely I should have started from the beginning. So like when I read the next book, I think I'm going to see.
It's a commitment though to annotate.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
That's my thing too. So like I do one annotation book a month, right? So I do Maggie's traveling book. I annotate that book. And then every so often, like you and I will do one, like where you'll send it to me or I'll send it to you or whatever. But like the thought of doing more than is like so daunting.
I know.
It's like to me, it uses a lot more brain power to sit there as like you're reading and go, okay, I want to highlight that, like sort of thing.
I started in this one, but you can't even see. I've only read like 50 pages, so there's not much in there. But like,
so that was my
now I'm like, well, now I started, so now I have to continue.
So I had the thought of like maybe I'll just stick in flags and just like not write anything, you know? So like if something happens, like because that's easy, just like slap in a flag and
tab.
not yeah. So I might go back and just do that for like scenes that were like you know, interesting, intriguing, whatever. Funny like lines and stuff because there are a few.
Either that or I'll just take this series slow. This is like I always have like one slow book that I'm working on like all month. This might be that for me. And like I just do a little a day.
Yeah. So I mean, we both already basically answered, but the next question I was going to ask is if we're going to continue in the series, and like obviously, yes. I own them all.
You better. I don't own them all yet, but
I love that first one. This book was so good. Like I think it exceeded my expectations. It gets E for exceeds expectations.
I don't have words to describe the number of tabs that have tabbed.
Yeah, you have a lot in there. I wish that they had cut this one right. So like this book compared to the other ones is like it's a decent amount shorter. And like you can tell like where the on mine because like mine is like the print as they go, but like you can tell by like how close like see how close.
Oh yeah, they screwed that up. Mine is ever so slightly off, like just the tiniest amount.
Yeah, mine is like triple that. It's bad.
But they're also a different material. Like the spines at least match. So whatever, I don't really care. But like this one is more like a velvety kind of feel, where this one is a little rougher.
Interesting. Mine don't feel the
same.
same.
They match. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I do kind of like the I'm not the biggest fan of like guys on the covers, but that one really it's not that bad. And I'm excited for book 2. Creighton.
Yeah, you're gonna like him.
With the 50 pages you've already read?
Yeah. He's so cute.
Right? Oh, I'm so excited.
And like what a pairing, yo, like him and
Anika?
Yeah.
Is it I think that's who it is that he's with, right?
Mm-hmm. Because she's just so peppy and he's just like,
and she's
stop
like
talking.
she like chatters all the time and he's just like, why do you talk so much? Like I remember because you see in the first book you see like all of the people that are doing the other ones because that's how these kind of series work. But yeah, that's great.
It's like just they're dynamic. I can't wait for it. Like they haven't had a ton of interaction yet in this book. Well, that's not true. He just hasn't contributed much yet.
So does it go back and you see the same scenes from God of Malice?
No. Not yet, at least.
Cause like I feel like that it went over like what, like 3 months? So like I feel like
yeah, I think this is after because they're together in here.
Okay.
I think it's just like it continues on with their life at campus.
They're kind of together the whole book.
Well, I think yeah, but I believe it was mentioned that they're like together,
like committed or whatever.
So far, it's mostly just been like her and her backstory with like her dad and her brother. We haven't gotten a ton of Cray yet.
Because she's like the Russian mafia princess, right?
Mm-hmm. And then Jeremy is her brother. But
Oh, I'm excited for that one. I have it sitting right over there, right by the couch.
I want to read more of it. I almost feel like we need to do sprints again so I can just like focus on it because that's how I got a good chunk of this one done too.
I mean, we always can. Yeah. Just got to schedule them. All right, so we could go ahead and be spoilery. We've been about 10 minutes of non-spoilery.
All spoilers now. If you don't want spoilers, turn off your ears.
The hide and seek or whatever, or chase or whatever they call it in this book, that was my favorite.
That was
fun. Where like they're chasing down the initiates or whatever, and like they're just like smacking them with baseball bats.
I wonder how they had it rigged up where like it was calling out people that were hit. Was it like some sort of laser tag kind of element?
So they mentioned that there were like the security guards, and like there was cameras all through the trees, and the security guards, as soon as they were like hit, they would call the names. So I think the security guards were just like maybe watching each of the guys, because there's only 5 guys.
Something he mentioned though, like something about it wasn't until he was hit with my bat that his whatever got called, his number.
Yeah, because it said, where is it? Because it said something along. Wait,
I don't think I unfortunately
because it said
that.
something along the lines of like he had like he was basic, so like his weapon, like he didn't even use, the other guy didn't even use his weapon, like he was just basically just beating him with his fists. So like technically he never got out because he was just like pummeling him and never actually used his weapon. And he had to use the weapon for them to get out. Which is why even though he touched her, he didn't touch her with a bat until like right at the end when they go to the cabin or whatever.
Which what a fucking asshole move.
Right. And I mean, she's staying with you all the time anyway, and it's going to all your parties. Like, why? Like, I would have been so ticked. Like, I know
what are you saving her from?
Like, I know that she was like mad or whatever. Like, maybe he just didn't want her seeing like the shenanigans that went on in like the celebratory room, you know? But she walked right through it anyway. Like she walked right through it.
I don't really fully understand the reasoning behind his doing that. Like, I guess he doesn't want her part of that, but like you're already making her part of that by making her be yours. So
and having her literally stay like with you every night. Like she's in the house more than the members. Like she has more access to the house than the members aside from like the first 5.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Oh, I would have been so mad. So, were you shocked at the end that the one dude was not dead?
I was shocked at the beginning.
When they were on the cliff. The very
I was
beginning.
like, excuse me.
You're like, oh my, what am I getting myself into? Because I was like, I suggested this book, so I wonder what Steph's thoughts are on she's gonna see me in a different light.
Look, I'm just saying, if you like this, I cannot wait for you to read the Cat and Mouse Duet.
I am excited about. I have that also somewhere, because that's the Adeline one, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they're actually under this series on my bookshelf because they're stacked.
Yeah. if you liked this, you will love that.
See, and I think that if you liked it, that you will like Pen Pal. But like, I know that a lot of people in the traveling group have been saying like, there's too much sex, but like, that happens in any romance book. But like, I feel like dark romance books, even more so, have that?
I think it's because of, like, the dynamic that is in a dark romance where it needs to show him as more dominating and her as submissive, and, like, it comes across better in sex scenes than it does
Yes.
in
Because
just everyday life, because 'cause you're more
yeah.
willing to, like, submit when you're alone instead of, like, out in public.
Well, and most of the time, like, when they're out in public, like, the girls are pretty, like, tough and stuff, you know? Like, it isn't
Mhm.
until, like, they're alone that, like
They can let go, kind of.
Mhm. Like, especially in, like, this, right? Because she was, like, one of the kings. So, like, she had to seem, like, kinda tough and, like, nobody could know like, and he even kept saying in it, like, "You need to let go, you need to stop hiding, you know, like, I wanna see your true self," whatever, and, like, she was finally able to give into that or whatever, but it took them being alone a few times before she was able to be like, "Okay, I don't have to be this, like, tough person that everybody needs to see." You know, like, I can be vulnerable because nobody else is here and it's just him. And he'll force it
Whether I want it or not, I'm getting it. Might as well enjoy it. Which is kind of the vibe I was getting for like a very good portion of the book was like not her more just being submissive, but like also like what the fuck else am I gonna do about it kind of thing.
Mhm. Yeah. But, like,
Until he
also
started being all cinnamon rolly.
yeah, which is definitely a change.
I'm not gonna
Oh.
read the part I highlighted here, but
Read it. Read it.
like it was after they had well, she sucked him off, but it was like she spat my gum out as if it wasn't worthy of being in her stomach. For that reason alone, I'm tempted to fill all her holes
Uh,
back. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you?
where where she, like, spat it all over his boots and stuff, and he's just like, "Ooh, I like that."
He's just like having this inner monologue while like walking through their club while fucking Nico's like giving some girl an orgasm, just casually
Mhm.
having a conversation with him while doing so. And I'm like, what is
Uh-huh.
going?
That
These
part was
dudes are
hilarious.
weird.
He's not even paying attention to the girl on top of oh my gosh. Oh, it was hilarious though. Like it's so the thing about dark romance is, okay, like you can see where it would be problematic in like a real life setting, you know? Like if a dude was acting the way that he is with her, like stalker, blah blah blah, like all these things, but like it's supposed to be that way because that's what you're going into it for, which I think is where a lot of people don't like dark romances is that they're going into expecting like contemporary, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a
And
total. You have to have a different headspace
you
going
go
into these.
into you go into this and you're just from the get from like what page 2 you're like okay, nope, not page 2. What page is it? Page 4 is when they first lay eyes on each other.
Yep. A strong hand wraps around my wrist and tugs with a force that steals the breath from my
Mhm.
lungs.
And right there, he's like, "Well, you know, you could just fall over the edge of the cliff right now. I could take a picture of you, or."
You can suck it.
Mhm.
Like, what two options are those?
Yeah. Well, it's even more than that because he didn't just give her those two options because he gave her one other option.
Well, that's true.
That I mean, she could have chosen, but when you find out later on, you know, oh dear, it's I was
Like, so
cracking
can
up
you
so
pull
much.
me up? What do I get for helping you? My thanks? I have no use for that.
Mm-hmm. There's a few times I think where he said something along those lines, so like, "What do I get for it?" or whatever, and she's just like, "I'll say thank you," or, like my gratitude, or a handshake, or whatever. And then he's just like, "Okay, that's not what I was talking about." Hi,
Right.
April. We're on this.
April.
We're on the spoilery part. So, if you have any interest in reading it, the book, because it is a wild one. I don't know if you read many dark romances, but this one is crazy.
They have such good banter in here too.
Mhm.
Like, it's like I
It's
choose to believe
it's okay. I probably won't.
I choose
That's
to believe that you felt especially aggravated because it's me.
mm,
He's like, it's called delusion, or she's like, that's called delusional. He's like,
mhm.
semantics.
He says that a few times. Oh, and then there was a TV show I watched right after I read that book, and he said that he was like semantics, and I was just like, so similar. So, April. So this book. So I have the quote unquote special edition, and Steph has, which the guy on that cover looks like the dude in the book, which is amazing. But it's a book where it's set in the UK, which I also did not expect that it
Yeah,
was
I had no idea it was set in the
like
UK.
he ends up say like she ends up or somebody ends up saying that like he has an American accent, and I'm like, wait, where are you? Like, well, I mean, I was also listening to it, so like I heard her accent, but at the same time, I was like, wait, what? And they are in college, and it is very apparent, and he mentions that he is a sociopath, like he has no emotions. And one day she is going where one of her friends like committed suicide, that drove off of a cliff, and she's like leaning over looking down, and she almost falls, and the main male character catches her.
Well, okay, she was there to unalive herself.
Was she though? See,
She even told him what she was later in the book.
because I thought she was just there to like basically say hi and stuff to like her friend that died.
There was like some talks later of um, like she was going. I can't remember. I'll have to find it. Something about like going to end it all, and he
See,
like saved her.
I don't remember that, but anyway, so she almost falls. He catches her by the wrist, and he gives her an ultimatum about whether or not he will save her and what she will do in return for him. Excuse me. Um, yes, and basically it is, I will save you, and you will give me a blowjob, or I will let you fall and I'll take a picture of you while you're falling to your death. And I mean, she's main female character, so I am guessing you can guess how that went. That's the very beginning, and then it's just the crazy whirlwind of the rest of it. So like her mom is like a lady in England, so like like a lord and lady, not just like a person, like a woman. And so like she's like technically like part of the royalty, whatever. And then he and his family are like super rich and stuff over in the US. And so like he basically like he so there's two schools, one for the English people and one for the Americans. And basically like him and his friends run the American college. And he basically just stalks her after that and makes her do everything he wants. And when I say everything, I mean everything. And there's a lot of violence. There's a part of it where there is a hide and seek / tag sort of kind of game that they're playing where there's the 5 main like the 5 main guys that are the head of the English or the American school, and they each have on bunny masks. Wait, do they have bunny masks on?
Bunny?
Because I know that all the people running around have bunny masks. The guys don't have bunny masks, do they?
I don't think so. No, they
Anyway.
have their masks that are on your book.
Yeah, so that kind of mask. And so basically, if somebody, one of the 5 the 5 guys catches or hits with their weapon one of the 100 people who are running around trying to get to like the safe point, they're not allowed to be part of the group or whatever. And so it's like straight up taking a baseball bat and just like smashing people in the face. Yeah.
They didn't need a face.
No, they did not. And then for whatever reason, he decides that she doesn't need to be part of the group. He does not smash her in the face. He just taps her on the shoulder after he makes her do some more of the BJs. So yeah, that was my favorite scene, honestly. Like the whole like running, like everybody running through the woods and like just getting like taken out. It reminds me almost of like the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
Except for they're not dead. They're just like,
I just need you to read the cat and mouse duet right now.
I'll get to it. It's on my list. I'm going to record me playing that one or reading that one.
I like how he's so unhinged though, and like even though he loves her, he has like all these dark thoughts about like wanting to unalive her, which I found interesting because normally I feel like the toxicity is normally turned off when it's towards their women, but like some of the things that he says are like really unhinged. Like, I'm tempted to explore more, delve deeper, hook against her darkest parts, and expose it all. Everything. I want to see inside her, literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, her skin appears pale blue in the darkness, like fresh corpses. If she somehow started bleeding and the red is added to the mix, her skin will look ethereal under the moonlight. Like, so you get like these dabbles of like his completely unhinged nature to kill throughout the whole book, even including like stuff with her, which I think is kind of unique.
Mm-hmm. And then him like reining himself in and not doing those things.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like. Like it shows him being like, nope, I can't do that. I don't want to kill her. I don't actually want her dead.
But he also like makes sure to tell her like, don't love me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fall for me. You're gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Until she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go be with somebody else then, and he's like, no, you're not. Like, there's the one. So she's a virgin in this, right? Like she's anyway, and so she tells him that she had seen, like, she knows that one of her exes has like a big peen, and he's just like, how do you know that? You were a virgin when we got together. And she's just like, yeah, but we could do other things. He's like, but you'd never done a blowjob before. And she's like, yeah, you can mess around in other ways. And then he just like goes off, and he's just like, what's his name? Where is he? Like, I need to know who he is. And she's just like, no, you don't.
Chill.
He's just like, how dare you know what like another guy's penis looks like? It was so funny. And it like then was it he mentioned first because he found out that she does naked like live drawings, like the live drawings with like the naked people in there, and he's just like, what teacher do I need to talk to about this, because this is not okay, you should not be seeing this. And she's just like, well, you're a doctor and you know touch and see naked people all the time. And he's just like, that's different. Or he's going to school for being a doctor. It's like, that's different. They're patients. And she's like, yeah, that's art. Just like the fact that like she like the way she stands up for herself and stuff is, oh my gosh. And then Mia. Oh,
Little Mia.
I know.
That's
I
his
love
cousin,
Mia.
right? It was his
It
cousin?
is. The one that wears like all the ribbons. Oh, the
And
little like she's
she
mute.
is mute and she does sign language and like he
Mhm.
can actually like communicate with her, which
Mhm.
like seemed like a really weird trait for him, but like it was so sweet and I loved it anyway. And he's just
Mhm.
so cute with her, stands up for her.
Mhm.
Like,
Like it was like really interesting. Like his dynamic with like Mia is like he really cared about too. So it's like there are people that like he cares about, right? That like he wants to make sure that they're
and his mom.
yeah. So like he wants to make sure that like they're safe and happy and nobody can mess with them and stuff. But at the same time he's just like nobody can know I care about people.
Like the number of times he just picks her up and throws her like over his shoulder like a damn caveman.
You're coming
My
with me
woman.
now. We're not staying here any longer. Let's go. Oh, and then there's a part where she's out with friends. And he was like, I want you to go spend time with friends or whatever. So like she goes to spend time with friends and they go out drinking and they start playing Never Have I Ever and he like joins them and he starts drinking her shots because she's super drunk. So anytime like she would go and go to take a shot, he would be like, "Nope, I'll take it." And then she's just like, "Nope, it's a fine."
She
Oh,
was gone though.
I know.
Also, the fact that he cooks for her, like,
Oh,
all the time,
I
makes sure
know.
she gets lunch, and if he can't
I
bring it to her, has someone
know.
else do
I
it,
know.
like, he's so
So
sweet because she
cute.
just eats like crap, and he's like, "No, you
Mhm.
must," and he cooks it too.
Mhm. It's so adorable. Like he doesn't just like hire somebody, even though he could, because he's like super rich. He's just like, nope, I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna make sure that you're fed right. Ugh, so cute. I'm late, but I'm gonna go back and watch the replay. Carissa, this book is unhinged. You're gonna love the description of it. So the other scene that I wanted to talk about was the one where he basically like he gets kidnapped basically by her brother who's also a sociopath. Like that's how she knows how to deal with him is because her brother is the same way and her uncle. Her brother and her uncle, which makes okay, so like I was all for like I don't really care about the parents until like I'm like, I kind of want to read the uncles, you know? Like maybe I don't know, but at the same time, like, do I want to? Not really. But anyway, the kidnapping and the fact that like was it two of the I know it was Creighton and was it Eli? Whatever, two of like her cousins or whatever like basically turned on her brother and were like, "Hey, you need to come and like rescue your man," you know? Like
I liked that though, that they weren't, like, just
mhm.
blindly following Landon because he
Yeah.
obviously is super unhinged.
Mhm, and, like, they knew that, like, he meant something to her, you know? Like, even though it's not necessarily who they would've chosen, and, like, Brandon, like, how he was even gonna go and try to stop it, you know, like, by himself,
And
and he
he's
just
so sweet, like, how does he in with these fricking psychos?
I don't know. He's
He's
just
so
like
cute.
a precious flower. He's
I guess
adorable.
that's what happens when your twin brother is a freaking psychopath. You have to be
Mhm.
this delicate little flower to, like,
Yeah,
counteract the
yeah.
crazy.
Like, he got all of the, like, the chill yeah, mm. I liked Brandon, though, like, cause was it Brandon able to sign it too?
He
Well,
was,
Brandon
like,
was learning.
learning.
Yeah, like, he, like, right away when they were playing video
Well,
games
he liked her from the get-go.
yeah,
He
he
was
was
like, "Oh, Mia
yeah,
is
like,
mine."
mhm, like, right at the beginning, he was just, yeah, right at the beginning, he was just like, "Yep, we're going to,
But I like how you see like the little bits and pieces of all these relationships kind of blooming, which
Starting. But I know so Mia isn't gonna be with Brandon.
no, because he's got to be with my boy.
Yes. So I think Mia ends up. Who's Jeremy again? I think Mia ends up with Jeremy.
Jeremy is Annie's brother.
Oh yeah,
He's the mafia guy.
Monica. So what was it, Mia? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. It's a romance. We all know that they end up together at the end. Okay.
I'm just excited. There's going to be a male one, and they're not just all going to be male female.
It isn't. I don't think it's gonna be why choose necessarily.
No, it's just male. I think. Oh. Oh.
She's the one that's deaf, right? Or mute.
Mm-hmm.
No. No. No.
What?
Who would you not want her to end up with? Out of like anybody?
Any of them?
No.
Landon?
Yes.
What?
What?
How?
I don't know, because she is like the sweetest little
He's not gonna learn
ribbon adorableness. And he's straight trash. I hate that dude.
He's not gonna learn sign language.
Oh my gosh. That's in God of Ruin. Hold on. That's
God of Ruin is right.
So so we have God of Pain, God of Wrath, and then God of Ruin, and then Fury, and then War, and then that's the end of them. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. I want to cry.
No, he's awful. He's an awful human being.
When I say he's straight trash, I mean it.
Like, I mean, to be fair, he's also an awful human being.
Okay. So let me just say this is so this is coming from the perspective of us reading the romance in this book, okay? Maybe he has a great redemption arc. Okay, the fact that he like basically tortured his sister and like severely tortured his brother, and then like kidnaps and tortures the dude in here because he wants to choose who his sister ends up with. Bro just needs to go in the trash. I'm telling you. And Mia is like, she's cinnamon.
This little like goth.
She's not even cinnamon roll. She's like straight candy. She's just sugar. She's not even candy. You don't mix her with anything. She's like, yeah, she's goth. She wears a zillion ribbons all over herself. She is mute. She plays video games with Brandon, who would have been so much better for I'm gonna have a crisis. I'm gonna start crying.
But at least I get Brandon with my guy Nico.
Honestly, I didn't care who Creighton got with. I just wanted a book from Creighton's point of view. I was so glad that his is the second one, because I just
can't believe who they partnered him up with. Like, I get it, and I knew it was coming from reading this.
Yeah.
Like,
oh no.
Just this grumpy dude who never talks, this bubbly, like cheerleader personality, and all he ever says to her is like, "You talk too much," and then walks away.
Why does she talk so much? Like, he's sitting there, like in God of Malice, like he's sitting there, like he's given his like Chinese food or whatever, like the takeout, and like he's just sitting there like shoveling it in his face, right? Like not talking to anybody, and she's just like, "Hi, do you like it? Is it good? Why aren't you talking to me?" Like, remember?
Chokes her out. He's trying to take food off his plate, and he just has her by the neck, and is like,
yeah. He almost chokes her. So, like, oh my god. Oh yeah. So like. Yeah, so he's eating this, right? And so like she just was like, "Can I try it?" And like goes to take some, and he just goes like against the couch, and it's just like, "Don't touch my food," and like goes back to eating,
shoveling it in like an animal. Like,
yes. Oh, it's so great. Oh my gosh. I forgot about that until just now. That was one of like I need to see, I need to reread this book because it's honestly it's so good. Like I loved all the characters and stuff. Like I'm gonna be so sad when the series is done.
I hope that it continues to stay good. Like, I'm sure there will be one book in the series that I'm not gonna love because
Oh
that's
yeah.
I mean, they all follow different couples, so that's bound to
So
happen, right? But,
I'm
like
I'm gonna hate the one that your character no, I see. So some of them, like, I don't even remember who some of the characters are.
I just loved the way
I
they
mean, it
described him.
probably goes into it, but I'm guessing he had a time when food was not accessible. I don't know. Like, so that's the next book we're reading is Creighton and Jake. Can you do me a favor real quick and hand me that book that's under those papers right there? The God of Pain one.
Oh, also, when all the girls get drunk and they're, like, talking about, like, their deepest fantasies, and, like, the one girl says something unhinged, and her friend's like, "Don't act all high and mighty. You said something similar too. What was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna fight it and be forced to take it even when you say no?"
Oh. So I need to reread it, but like at the same time, like this is the second book. Steph's already started it, and I'm really sad because like I also want to start it, but I haven't yet. Um, Jake works tomorrow, so I might just binge it
Well,
tomorrow.
so what you're saying is I should blow off most of my workday. No.
Yes. We'll do sprints. He works until 9:30, so we'll be good. We could do sprints all. Well, when do you get off work? No, not you. I know you, my love.
3:30. So 5:30 your time.
So yeah, so that's a good what, like 3.5 plus hours that we could
Okay, I found Nikolai's description that made me really want to read his book.
Okay. I'm gonna find this
So
while you're doing that. I'm gonna find the scene where he chokes the girl with the because of the food.
unhinged. So it's while she's like scrolling through his Instagram or whatever, and it says Nikolai's profile has a whole dark, grungy mood. It's full of smoky pictures, fighting pictures, and among them are weird family ones that don't fit in. And I just like I love the whole like vibe of his Instagram. I love books where like the male is like into some weird like fighting shenanigans and like the grungy, smoky pictures. Like he just seems like such a vibe. And then when he was looking at like their family picture and is like, I don't know who's hotter, Brandon or his sister. It's like, yes, you are my guy.
Why do I kind of you do want to read this book, but you gotta go into it knowing it's dark romance. Like
Knowing it's toxic, and that's the point. The point
yes.
is not cinnamon roll.
So read the first chapter and then decide because
I think they're on KU.
it's a good
You have
gauge.
KU, right?
It's a good gauge of
Maybe the first 2 chapters. Like, expect to be upset and pissed off at some points, but also just know that these characters are so unhinged that like you have to keep going to see what kind of chaos
okay. And the fact that
cause.
Landon calls Brandon spare parts. And he had him in there as the like his other half. And there's one character. Is there a book about him? The one who says, "Your Lordship." What's his name? He says that all the
What is
time.
his name?
He says
That's
it
Eli.
all.
No.
No, it's not Eli. Remy.
Mm-mm.
Remington. There is
Remy.
one. Yeah, there is. He does have one. I think it's the last one. Pretty sure. Hold on. I'm getting there. Do.
I also like how it takes us like this far into the book, so over halfway to get to a point where like you actually see Killian like put his guard down with her and like actually like instead of just inner monologuing it, like verbalizing it to her that her actions upset him.
Yes. So, Carissa, are you saying that you may be a dark romance girly? Okay, so here's the scene, right? So the three of them start arguing again, and Annika finds her way to Creighton's side. Hi there. He doesn't reply since he's eating. Cray takes that seriously, super seriously. I'm Annika. You are no response. It's not like she's standing in front of him. So she waves her hand, or it's like she's not standing in front of him. So she waves her hand, and when he doesn't show any sign of recognition, I expect her to give up. That's what most people do. However, Annika grins and sits beside him. This dish must be delicious. If you're so engrossed in it, can I have a bite? Get your own, he mumbles after swallowing. I can't really eat the whole plate. It looks fried, so a bite would do. No, he says point blank. Just a little. 1 second, she's reaching for his container. The next, he's pinning her against the back of the sofa by her collarbone with one arm as he continues eating with the other. I said no. Okay, her smile falters. Can you just let me go? I don't trust you're not going to come after my food again, so you have to either stay in this position or leave. Got it.
Animal. My food.
I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. And the one that says, what's this dish called? It's fish and chips. We'll see. I might be. Hey, if you like this one, you might be.
Look, like you just have to go into them with a totally different mindset than you do contemporary.
You do.
You don't go into this like wanting these guys in real life. We are all well aware that these are red flag guys and we don't want them in real life. But reading about them is fun because of their level of unhinged.
And watching them be like totally crazy and like a-holes to everybody, including the girl sometimes. And then all of a sudden he's just like, oh, you are my shiny star. Here is a jar of fireflies for you. You know, like
all the fireflies.
When I was flipping through, I saw the fireflies. That's what it reminded me. But like you seeing that, and we love a man with boundaries. Yeah, his boundary is his food. But like,
at least he verbalized it.
Yeah, I don't trust you to not eat my food again. Oh my gosh!
Look, communication is key, even if it's unhinged.
I love this book so much. Like Steph said, you just have to go into it expecting that there's not, I don't think a single, well, never mind. I was going to say not a single good person, but Brandon and Mia are freaking squishy gummy bears. You know, Remy isn't that bad either. Or my lord. My lord. And then, you know, her mom's a lady. Wait, really? Why didn't you ever say anything? Doesn't matter to me as much. And how he like, is it Eli he adopts or was it Creighton that he adopts? And he's just like, my son, even though they're like the same age.
Remy is wild. He's so funny. Son. He's such a goofy, like he's like the comedic relief of the whole thing.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get to his book. I think this is God of War. I think this is the last one. Let me look real quick. Oh my gosh, cracks me up so much.
I really liked the part where it's like the first time that she's like sleeping at his place and she like tries to sneak out in the middle of the night after he falls asleep and then gets caught gets caught talking to Nico and like he catches her on the stairs. And then when he brings her back upstairs, he says, "You don't get to leave when you're sleeping in my fucking arms, Glendon. I let my guard down because you were with me. I should have known better than to trust a conniving little bunny or little rabbit." And I was oh, my poor baby.
Oh, wait, so.
And then the next morning, he makes her breakfast in bed.
You just gotta love him. So, God of War and God of Wrath look like they're about the same ones. That doesn't sound right. Oh, no. God of War is Eli. Okay. I want to know who Remy is. Fury is your dude, right?
Yes. The long-haired guy
I don't know.
on the cover? Or are you looking at the other ones?
So War is Eli. Fury is Nikolai. Yep. Ruin is Landon. Okay, I'm gonna love it because I love Mia, but let's be real. Okay, and then Jeremy is Wrath. There isn't a Remy?
I mean, I guess he's not really a main character. He's just kind of there for comedic relief. And then, like, shortly after that first night where she finally, like, stays with him all the way through, and then he tells her, "You make the demons go away, even temporarily. Whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. I like how quiet it is up here." He taps the side of his head. You bring silence. Long fucking silence.
He's great. Wait. Okay, let me look back into God of War. I'm so confused. Yeah, Remy doesn't get a book. That's so sad. That would have been the funniest of all of them, I think, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I think he's just not, like, toxic enough.
Probably not. It does show that he's like a side character in most of the books though, so that's ugh. This book, so cute. This book. Am I gonna cry? I don't know. Am I going to? Do I want to read the ending?
I mean, look, it's romance. They're gonna end up together. I don't know why people are so offended when I flip to the end.
I know.
I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen?
Check out.
Chris said he does not get a book based on my Google search.
So was the epilogue as bad as you were expecting? The epilogues. Yeah. No.
I don't like epilogues. I never like them.
Whatever. There was an epilogue you liked. I know.
Maybe somewhere, somehow. There's only ever been like one prologue that I really liked. I don't understand prologues either. Like, just tell me the damn story.
So you might. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I like Creighton's pictures.
Ooh.
Have you not gotten to one of his stories, his chapters yet? Oh, it's good.
Wait, did I? I don't think so. I think they've all been Annika so far. Well, no, that's not true. No, I guess I did have one. Oh, that's why. I was too distracted by the shitty printing on this page to even notice the picture.
Yeah. What chapter is that?
4 or something.
Yep. Oh, thank goodness mine's not that bad.
That was the only one that I noticed that was like that, because all the other pages are darker. I don't know what they must have just ran out of ink there and changed it.
Oh, I'm just so excited. Chris, if you do try it out, which you already bought the first book, so you know you have to now. I hope that you like it. If it is, it could be your gateway book into dark romance.
Dark romance. I forgot about a scene. I just read it now as I was flipping through my tabs. So this is after like they had their whole argument about Cherry or whatever, and he goes to drop her back off at school.
Yeah.
And they're arguing in the car as they do. And he, he's always telling her, like, that, or she says, fuck you. And he says, oh, baby, that foul little mouth gets me hard. And she says, then stay hard. And she walks away, shaking her hips. And he's like, did she just do that? Yes, she fucking did it. And I'm harder than earlier.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like she's tough too, like she does become like soft and like gives a lot of like power and stuff to him, like dark romance books, but like yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad when the series is over. I know it because I already like it. Was there anything else that you had, Mark, that you wanted to talk about?
Can we talk about that painting they made together?
That they made together?
Well, I guess she made it while he was giving it to
her. The drawing! The drawing! Chris is going to start it tonight and let us know.
Oh,
yes, the drawing. So she's...
in his parents' house too, on top of it.
They do it every night, so it doesn't really matter. Or whatever he says. Oh my gosh.
Don't stop sketching, my little rabbit. Show me what those hands can make while you're filled with my cock.
Anytime she like stops drawing, start drawing again, or I'm gonna stop too. I wish that like it described what that drawing was, because like it kind of describes the first painting that she does, the like red angry one.
So this one just says, through the blurry lines and harsh shadows, the subject is clear. It's us, naked, joined, and absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, but that doesn't really tell me.
She just like drew them in the mirror because she was sitting in front of the mirror.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I forgot about the mirror. Yeah. Look, Kay, I need to reread it so that I could tab every single page. Every single page is good.
I mean, basically, that's what I did.
Every page.
Every 4 pages, I have a tab.
Mia is going to get her own tabs. Like she's like my favorite. I'm so sad that she ends up with Landon. Maybe I'll be happy for her when we get to that book, but I'm sad.
But yes, the ending with Dev really caught me off guard.
The what?
The ending with Devlin coming back? Or well, not.
Yeah. Oh, no. Stop it. Spoilers. We now have somebody we're trying to bring to this dark side. You can't spoil it. Yes.
But I thought it was kind of like weird. Like, did we need him to do that? Did we need that to happen?
No, but you know what I want to know? Who is the White Mask? They never mentioned it in the entire book.
I don't know.
Because there's
Well, is it Cray?
no, because Creighton is English, so he would be part of the English one. Because there's
But doesn't
Killian.
he hang out with them?
No, he hangs out with.
I thought he like kind of like meandered about. I didn't think he had like a home per se. A home. An elite group, a whatever, I don't know what they're called.
Where is the scene where they're do you have a tab where they're like the very beginning? He really is a psycho, isn't he? At the beginning of this chapter.
I guess I will say I liked Killian's epilogue more than hers. I felt like we didn't need her epilogue. But like his Firefly thing,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
everything, it was just so sweet.
The fact that her band was 69. So there's Jeremy, Killian, Nikolai, and
I wish I
Garrett.
would have highlighted everybody's like descriptions.
So the five, so they don't say who the fifth one is. It's so Jeremy, Killian, Nikolai, and Gareth are the four. And then I don't think you ever actually see the white one. Well, when I reread it, I will find out.
Yeah, I don't remember there being any other like characters really.
Because like when they get back to red. Because like I think when she's walking through the house, she even sees
Well, I mean, I assume the masks are the colors in the books, right?
yeah, green mask, yellow mask. We know who red is. Green is the brother.
Well, purple then I guess is that's Cray. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know either. I wonder if we find out because
Is the series done, or is she gonna keep
yeah,
going?
no, it's just these ones, and then like the whole that whole universe is done. So like they're not even gonna like how there's like the parents ones and then theirs like it's all done. Like she's just gonna move on to like a new universe. So I guess we'll never get answers if it's not answered in these books.
Yeah, I don't recall it ever being mentioned. But I'm excited to read about this feral food beast.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I can't wait. But like I said, maybe I'll binge it tomorrow while Jake's working. There's someone out there, or someone's.
Carissa, have you joined our Discord yet? Our Love and Horror one? Because then we can continue talking about the series if you continue reading it in there.
All right. If not, you should join. We can send you a link if you haven't.
I can't believe you're gonna read it, but I hope that you love it
Me
as much as we
either.
do.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. She's gonna be like these crazy ladies,
Right?
I hope that that's a package.
No, just food.
Or I didn't, because I didn't think I'd read any of the books. You should, like, even if not, like, you can always come just for the spoilers of it all, because, like, we'll spoil everything.
Because we have no chill.
No, like, we were doing the sprints and we were already talking about it, and I was just thinking, I was like, we shouldn't be talking about this yet. Steph should not know that I love this book. What am I supposed to talk about in a week?
There's just so much to talk about in there.
Like what? Because
there's some kinks.
We will be doing sprints tomorrow. Did we decide yes on sprints tomorrow?
Yeah.
So around this time tomorrow, if you want to join, where we are both, I believe, going to be reading this bad boy. Oh, do you like my dirty llama sweater?
I love it.
It did have
I need to get more like dark romance merch. Most of mine is just like
romance in general, books in general. Most of mine is just books in general. Like, I'm excited to maybe get some more when I'm at the convention and stuff. You should go, like, we should both go to the one next year. I think it'd be so fun. Like, already, like, they're posting some of the people who are going to be part of it already, and I'm like, yes!
Already? They're on top of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
I sure can't plan my life that far in advance. You might want to return your book.
Yeah, you might want to return your book.
Dark romance is all dubious consent. You just have to get past it.
Also, this one is a big dubious consent one. I mean, the worst that happens in this with like that sort of thing is they beat each other up, but like it's not in a sexual way, and it's not like not the male and female main characters. It's like there's a fight club that like her cousin gets beat up, and then anyway, and then like the main male character gets kidnapped and beat up, like that sort of thing. Like it doesn't happen like between them, but it does have like beating up. Also, smacking people with baseball bats happens in it as part of the game.
Dubious consent is pretty much any dark romance.
It is. Mm-hmm. And if that's a big one for you, definitely this one is going to be a problem. Which, I mean, if you're going into it knowing that, maybe, but
like I said, we don't read it for the relationships. Well, I mean, like you do, but
you read it because it's just crazy. Like, what?
Yeah, it's wild. Like, you're like, what is what?
Wait, what just happened? Who's doing what now?
I read it for the what the fuck moments more than the like cuteness of the relationship. Like if you go into it like trying to read it as a like contemporary romance, that's why people don't like them. You just have to go into it with a totally I know this is fucked up, but I'm going to enjoy the shit out of the chaos.
I'll still try it and see if I get on with it. I just don't like when someone says no and things continue when there isn't communication that like this is a I'm telling you, girl. So read the first chapter and go from there, honestly. If the first chapter gives you the ick, then I would not try to continue.
Although honestly, I would say the worst parts are at the beginning.
That is true. Yeah, the most like I watched Rachel's video yesterday on the dare and like that is how I did not read that. Or I did not watch that.
What is the dare?
I think that's the one that starts like it's a precursor to the losers.
Okay. I haven't read that.
It's the one that's like maybe. Whose video is this? What's the name of the people? The channel?
I don't know who Rachel is.
All I'm gonna say is read maybe the first chapter and like Steph said, like really that is probably the worst is like the beginning part. Until like their relationship starts, but yeah.
Like,
Anyway,
these boys are fucked up, but they will do anything for their girl.
Mm-hmm. It is true. And it is shown. There was and then reminding of the safe word, and it was really good. Yeah, that's not
dark romance.
that's not. Yeah, that's the Harley LaRue book that is like banned everywhere.
Why is it banned if it has consent?
I don't.
Look, honestly, she didn't like Butcher and Blackbird, so I don't give a rat's ass about her opinion. Moving on.
Don't get me wrong, I can still read it. I'm not triggered by it. I just might not gush like about it like you guys. I mean, you might once it gets past once it gets past the first quarter, you might like it more. Like once he starts being more like gushball towards her, you might like it better. I don't know. If you want to, give it a chance. If not, I understand. I never really expected you to want to read the dark romance or the horror books that we have. I just figured you could listen to us talk about them.
Yeah. I'm just here for the trauma and the drama and the chaos and like
chaos,
that's more what I'm gushing about, not so much their relationship. Like
yeah, the drama, the chaos, the like what did I just read? Like it's like when people are like, "Oh, you read horror books, you know like you are for like murders and stuff." And it's just like, no, like I don't know. It's just we can get into that next month if we want, but
yes, next month we are reading I Was a Teenage Slasher, which is the new Stephen Graham Jones book that just came out like a week or so ago, I think.
This one I'm super sus about because I don't really like Stephen Graham Jones books. So I've
also heard really mixed things on it.
So I'm actually not buying it until after I read it because
I don't own any of his books physically.
She says that she needs your I'm here for the drama and the trauma book as a t-shirt.
I mean, I also need that. Who can make that?
But so yeah, I'm very leery of this next one. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still gonna give it a go. I've read like 3 Stephen Graham Jones books, and I've only like kind of liked one, The Night of the Mannequin, that was in my last book or my last video. But even that one was a little
I feel
interesting.
like he writes a lot like Stephen King, where it's like overly wordy when it doesn't need to be.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need someone to make me a I'm here for the drama and the drama shirt.
I can make you a mini painting. I'm making mini paintings. Well, we'll see if I make little paintings for the convention that have like little arts, and then we'll have like a saying, and then on the back I want to put stickers that have my handle and stuff on them.
That's a cute idea. I like that.
But anyway, okay, that I think is the conclusion of us talking about our book. Yeah. So I think we are good.
April's joining us next month too, right? April picked
April
I Was a Teenage
is
Slasher. I'm pretty
yes.
sure.
So April is joining us in August, and then September is Maggie is joining us for Graves. So I'm excited. Gonna have more people for Firebird by what?
Huh? What are we talking about now?
I don't know.
Fire.
But yeah. So I am going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks everyone for joining us, and hopefully you liked at least watching us gush about the book. So next month the dates are going to be a little off for the live stream because I will be in Boston, I believe.
Oh yeah, we need to figure out dates.
Mhm. So it'll still be the last Sunday of the month will be the live stream, but the sprints, I don't know what day that's actually going to be because I think, hold on, let me double check real quick. Yeah, cuz so the 25th is when we will still do the live show, but the 18th I will not be here. So we could do them maybe on that Saturday. I don't know if you're busy that Saturday or not. We'll have to see, but stay tuned.
17th?
Mm,
Is that the Saturday you're talking about? That would be a board game Saturday for us.
oh wait, I'm gonna be gone the 7th. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna be gone. Lyric, stop! It's just your ball, dude. He shoved
All
it
that for a ball.
he shoved it under the couch, and now he's mad because he can't get it back out. So I'm gonna be gone the 15th through the 20th. So
Well, we can do it on a weekday too.
yeah, maybe on the 21st or the 14th. Well, no, I have to wake up. I have to wake up and leave at like 4 in the morning.
Oh
4 in the
no.
morning. Yeah, because I cannot stay at my mother's house. So I am just gonna like go straight to the airport. So yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna end stream. We will talk about it. Look for updates in our Discord. And we will see you guys next time.
Sounds good.